Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into the internal architecture of achievement. We're going to break down how the beliefs we hold about ourselves and the world can literally transform our reality, either paving the way for success or keeping us totally stuck. So, what is it? I mean, is it just talent, luck, having the right resources? Well, yeah, all those things play a part. But the real difference, so often, comes down to what's going on inside our heads. It's the story you tell yourself the moment you face a challenge. You can almost picture it like a crossroads, right? When things get tough, our internal beliefs put us at a fork in the road. One path leads to feeling helpless and just stuck. But the other? That leads to growth, to possibility. And the path you end up on is all dictated by that little voice inside your head. Okay, first up, let's talk about the map for our journey. Psychologists have a name for this. They call it your locus of control. And really, it's all about one simple question. Who do you believe is in charge? So this idea has been around since the 1950s, thanks to a psychologist named Julian Rotter. And it's basically about where you believe control is. Is it inside you, or is it in the hands of outside forces, like luck or other people? And this breaks down into two totally different ways of seeing the world. If you have an internal locus of control, you're in the driver's seat. You believe your actions shape your destiny. But with an external locus, you're more like a passenger, convinced that fate or luck or somebody else is steering the car. And the impact of this belief? It's staggering. Get this, one study found a massive difference at work. Employees with that internal, I'm in charge belief were 136% more likely to have a positive attitude about their careers. Believing you hold the map really does change your entire professional life. So if locus of control is your map, you're still going to need an engine to get anywhere. And that engine? That's your mindset. It all comes down to how you see your own potential. This idea was pioneered by the incredible Stanford psychologist Carol Dweck, and her work explains our core beliefs about where talent and intelligence even come from. Are they just these innate gifts you either have or you don't, or are they skills you can actually cultivate and grow? And these two mindsets look at failure in profoundly different ways. Someone with a fixed mindset sees a setback as proof of their limits, like, see, I knew I couldn't do it. But for someone with a growth mindset, that exact same setback is just an opportunity to learn. It's a signal to try a new strategy. Dweck's research gave us this beautifully simple but incredibly powerful tool. It's just adding the word yet to a sentence. I'm not good at this, yet. Or, I don't get this, yet. It completely reframes the thought. It transforms what feels like a dead end into a journey that's simply not over. Okay, so you've got a map and you've got an engine. But an engine still needs fuel, right? In our journey, that fuel is something called self-efficacy. It's that deep-down belief that you actually have what it takes to get the job done. This concept comes from another giant in psychology, Albert Bandura. And self-efficacy isn't just wishful thinking. It's your personal confidence in your own ability to see things through and hit your goals. It's that I can do this feeling that gets you through the tough stuff. And this belief totally changes how you see difficulty. With low self-efficacy, a hard task feels like a threat, something to avoid. But with high self-efficacy, that same task just becomes a puzzle to be solved. And failure? It's not personal, it's just feedback. Now, the great news here is that Bandura didn't just define this concept, he actually gave us a blueprint for how to build it. We can actively grow our self-efficacy through these 4 key ways, starting with the most powerful one, getting small wins under our belt. Little successes build big confidence. All right, finally, we've got our map, our engine, and our fuel. We just need one more thing, a steering wheel. And this is where the powerful technique of visualization comes in. Elite athletes have known this for decades. Mental rehearsal isn't just daydreaming. For them, it's a critical part of their training. They use it to build confidence, to perfect their technique, and to get their mind and body ready to perform at their absolute peak. And the science on this is just crystal clear. Brain imaging studies show that when you vividly imagine doing something, your brain lights up the same exact pathways as if you were actually doing it. You're literally giving your brain practice reps. But, and this might be the most important takeaway here, how you visualize matters a lot. There was this landmark study that split students into 2 groups. One group visualized getting an A on a test. The other group visualized the process of studying well. The results? The process group studied more and scored about 8 points higher.
Visualizing the journey is way more powerful than just fantasizing about the destination.
So, to make visualization really work for you, you've got to make it a full sensory movie in your head. Focus on the steps, the effort, the feeling of overcoming the challenges. And most importantly, you always have to follow it up with real world action. Visualization primes you for the work, it doesn't replace it. So, let's tie all of this together and put you firmly where you belong, right in the driver's seat. Honestly, if you take away just one thing from all of this, let it be this. None of these beliefs are fixed parts of your personality. They are not traits you're born with, they are skills. And just like any skill, they can be learned, they can be practiced, and they can be strengthened over time. This quote just nails the whole idea, doesn't it? By taking deliberate control of your inner world, your beliefs, your attitude, your focus, you gain this incredible power to actually shape your outer world and the results you get. Ultimately, the entire journey we've talked about starts right here, with a single, powerful choice you get to make every single day. And that choice is, what will you believe is possible for you? Because your answer to that question sets the course for everything else that follows.